A marketing automation app should be in every single marketer's toolbox. But the problem is, which one are you going to use? There are so many out there. There are so many different price points. There are so many different features, and it can be really confusing to know which one you should choose. And in today's video, I want to tell you the one that I've decided to use after many, many, many years of using pretty much all of the major ones. Now, what is marketing automation? Marketing automation is the ability to send a predefined set of emails to a lead or a contact in your email database. Now, great automated tools go one step further. They give you the ability to stop an email or to stop a sequence of emails being sent if someone reaches a particular goal or if someone takes a particular action. So just say you're sending a series of marketing emails to someone to buy a product in your shopping cart. And then there's a series of, say, 6 or 7 emails. But then they buy it after the 3rd email. Do you want to send the 4th, 5th, and 6th email? No, you don't want to send that, because that is kind of not just confusing, but just shows that you're not paying attention to your lead. And you can really get them, frustrated. So if they've already bought the product, stop sending the emails. Well, in some apps, you can actually stop the sequence. In others, you can't. So that's a great example of why you would prefer one app over the other. So let's get stuck into it now and let you know why I like ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is the best marketing automated system in my world, okay? Now, I've used them all: Entreport, Infusionsoft, Mailchimp, Drip, Constant Contact, you name it, I've probably used it over the last, 8 years or so. And I've got to say to you, ActiveCampaign is the best out of all of them for the average business user. It isn't the best out of all of them, it's the best out of all of them for the average user. So let me tell you what I mean by that. Entreport and Infusionsoft are probably the best, okay? But the problem with those two is that you probably won't use most of the features that they give you, so you're going to pay for these features, but you're not going to use them. So these apps, Entreport and Infusionsoft, they have e-commerce, they have landing pages, they have a sales pipeline, and most of you won't use any of those 3 features. You'll use the marketing automation component. So why pay for the other 3 features if you're only using the marketing automation? Mailchimp, at the other end of the scale, it's a great email marketing app where you can send newsletters. It has a little bit of automation, but it has none of the brain of Entreport and Infusionsoft. So you can't stop an email if someone has purchased the product or if someone's downloaded a particular lead magnet. You can't start doing different tasks or moving a user into a different automated sequence. And so it's very basic. Great email for email marketing. Yes, it has automation, but very simple automation. ActiveCampaign, on the other hand, is kind of stuck in the middle of your Mailchimp, Constant Contact, and Entreport, Infusionsoft, okay? And actually, another app that sits there is Drip. It's very similar to ActiveCampaign, but Drip doesn't have a sales pipeline inside of Drip, and ActiveCampaign does. Now, the reason I think a sales pipeline is very important is because, for me, marketing isn't just about getting leads. It's about getting a new cold lead or warm lead, nurturing them until they're hot, until they're ready to buy. Now, for some businesses, buying is done on a website. Other businesses, buying is through a phone call or an appointment. And once someone goes to an appointment or a phone call and they're talking to a salesperson, then ActiveCampaign is great because you can then put them into a sales funnel, which is different to a marketing funnel, right? A marketing funnel is a series of emails that gets sent to warm them up, and depending on how they interact with those emails, they get put into a different automation or a different sequence, or they're flagged as a hot prospect. Once they are a hot prospect and they're talking to a salesperson, you then put them into a sales funnel. Now, a sales funnel is great because it allows a salesperson to track the progress of that prospect from, speaking to the company to actually becoming a client. So that's why ActiveCampaign is great. Now, Entreport and Infusionsoft have these sales funnels as well. So they're fantastic. But again, they're very, very, very expensive compared to the introductory plans of ActiveCampaign. And so why I like ActiveCampaign, it has all of the marketing automation features that you need as a small business. It has that complex functionality where you can stop an email campaign, move a contact to another campaign based on the way they interact with your emails or actions on your website. That is very important to marketing automation. Mailchimp does not cut it. It does not have the ability to do that. But then it goes one step further and it allows you to have a sales pipeline or a sales funnel, which is very important if you're serious about not just getting leads, if you're serious about closing leads into clients. Now, it doesn't have e-commerce, it doesn't have landing pages, and it doesn't have a few other functionality that Infusionsoft and Entreport actually have. And so why I don't care about that functionality is because I have that functionality in my WordPress website. So WordPress allows to have an e-commerce solution where you can take payments and that kind of thing. And so instead of having it in ActiveCampaign, it's actually in the WordPress website, which is where it really should fit. It really makes sense to me to put it into the website, not into your marketing automation system. So again, ActiveCampaign has only the features that you need and you will actually use. It has that advanced functionality of a sales funnel. It doesn't have payments because you can put that into your website. And that is why I choose it over Infusionsoft and Entreport. And that is why Mailchimp is not good enough because it doesn't have the marketing automation system. So hopefully that makes sense to you. The other good thing about ActiveCampaign is it's really, really inexpensive to start with. It starts at $9 per month, okay? And that is really affordable. Mailchimp is free for the first 2,000 users, so that's even more affordable, but doesn't have the complex functionality. And Entreport, you're starting at Infusionsoft, you're starting at least $99 a month, and that very quickly ramps up if you want all that functionality to, $200, $300 a month. So, Mailchimp is free, ActiveCampaign is $9 a month, and then, Infusionsoft is, well over $99 a month, probably $200 a month. And so you can just see that it just makes so much sense for the average small business owner to actually use ActiveCampaign. So if you've got any questions about ActiveCampaign, put them in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. It's something that I really believe in and I use every single day of my life, so I should know most of the answer to the questions that you have. Now, I want to tell you something very quickly. I run a webinar every single week, and this webinar is on the sales-driven website. It actually shows you how to build a website that actually attracts prospects or visitors, captures their details, nurtures them until they become a client, and helps you close them into a client. That's called a sales-driven website. And ActiveCampaign or marketing automation is one component of that website. There's actually 9 different components that actually turn your website from a brochure site into a sales-driven website. And if your website doesn't give you sales every single week, then you need to turn it into a sales-driven website. It's just not good enough. In today's age of marketing and online marketing and marketing automation and Facebook and all of that, if your website isn't giving you clients, not leads, clients every week, then you need to do something about it. And the best thing you can do is get on this webinar. So if you go to salesdrivensites.com/webinar, you'll be able to sign up for this webinar. It happens every week, and we will give you the roadmap on how to convert your website into this kind of sales-driven site. So click the button below the video or around the video, or go to salesdrivensites.com/webinar, and I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. There's lots of time for Q&A and having a chat to you on that. So just remember, all of your online marketing should lead to sales, not likes, comments, and shares. And so have a great week. I'll speak to you soon.